Hey everyone, I just thought I'd give you a quick update on what my plans are for this channel in the year 2018. So first things, the name's changing. We're going from Nutz, which could have been deciphered different ways on paper. You know, you read it, you're like, is it Nutz? Is it Nutz? What is it? So now, for a little more clarification, it's Movie Nutz. This is a channel where no matter what kind of movie fan you are, no matter what you're into, hopefully you can get a little bit of something out of it. You can engage in conversation, become part of a greater community of movie nerds and movie geeks and things like that. So, Movie Nutz is what we are now, and still going to be the same thing. The main thing is going to be reviews. We're going to review movies, talk about them, go over them, and so that is all going to stay the same. But I thought I'd kind of outline what my plans are and what my goal is for this channel. So the main thing is, I want this to be a place where no matter what kind of fan you are, if you're a fan of superhero movies, if you're a fan of dramatic Oscar caliber movies, if you're a fan of comedies, if you're a fan of whatever you're a fan of, this is your channel. This is going to be a place where you can come and talk about movies, and hopefully in a civil, understanding manner. And you can gain insight from other people and gain insight from me. So it's gonna, I still want to kind of preface, this is going to be a 100% opinion-based channel. Just because I don't like something or just because I do like something doesn't mean you can or can't like it. It's completely up to you. It's subjective, it's art, it's film, it's whatever you want to call it. So don't get all up in arms if I don't like something that you like or if you don't like something that I do like. That's all part of the process of movies, and that's what makes movies so great. Your favorite movie is not my favorite movie, and that's what makes them awesome. So that's kind of my goal, is that we can create a movie fandom channel where we can celebrate movies and we can critique them and talk about them openly and not be too worried about, oh, well, you're wrong and I'm right kind of mentality. So reviews will still be the meat and potatoes of this channel, but there's going to be some other stuff that I want to try out this year. So talking about the reviews, I'm going to change up the format a little bit to make them a little more quick and precise and to the point. So this is my new lower thirds. What this shows is that we're going to talk about, anytime we do a review, we're going to talk about the good, the bad, do I recommend it, and final thoughts and a final score. So, we'll talk about the good things that I like, the bad or the mediocre if there weren't too many terrible things in the movie. And do I recommend it? And if I do, who do I recommend it for? And final thoughts and final score. Now, let me also say, I am human. I'm going to try to put out one review a week at least, if not more. But, there's obviously going to be times where I'm busy or things are going on. I may not be able to put out a review every week. But what I can also do is, if, say, I do see a movie but I don't have time to make a video, edit it and all that kind of stuff, but maybe I can write a quick blurb about it. I'll also have a blog, which I'll have linked in the description, that you can go to. So maybe a movie that, maybe even if it's a movie that, doesn't have a lot of, buzz behind it, I can still write a quick review that I saw it, and that way if you are into that, you can still go there. I just may not have a video review for every single movie I see, so we'll have that as well. It's kind of like an extra layer to it. And I'm going to try to also do a written review for every video review I do, but again, it might become more of a, if I don't get a chance to do a video review, I'll try to write one, and vice versa. So that's how the reviews will work. So there's kind of 3 elements that I want to add to this channel. Which the first one is the reviews and changing of how they work and that kind of thing. So now they'll be a little more quick, to the point, precise, all that kind of stuff. But now, the second thing is just kind of like side videos, miscellaneous videos. Maybe like a rewind segment where we go back and we review a movie that's been out for a while. Maybe by your recommendation, I go back and watch a movie that I haven't seen before. Or like a hidden gem that you're like, hey, have you seen this movie? And I'm like, no, I haven't seen it. Let me make a review about it. And or Netflix movies or things like that. Box office predictions. I love playing around and kind of hedging bets on the box office and what it's going to do. 2018 is going to be a big year for movies. You've got Infinity War coming out this year. You've got the Han Solo movie coming out this year. You've got all sorts of crazy stuff going on this year, and a lot of original movies coming out this year. And so it'll be a big year for movies, and so I want to add to that and maybe talk about some movie news, talk about some trailer reactions or things like that. And so those miscellaneous videos will be popping in there every once in a while. And then the third thing is kind of going to be an experimental thing, and I kind of want to get your opinions on this and see how you feel. But what I would like is, the way it works right now with my reviews, they'll always be spoiler free. I'm never going to drop any, especially major spoilers. Here and there I might have to talk a little bit about the plot, just to kind of provide a proper review, but I will never spoil anything, big twists or plot points or anything. But I know for some people, after they've seen the movie, they always want to come back and they want to hear my thoughts beyond that. So, for example, let's take a movie that came out recently. Let's take Star Wars, for example. Star Wars The Last Jedi came out. Didn't make a review for it. Sorry about that. But say I did. In my review, I wouldn't put any spoilers or anything. I would present my opinions on the movie and how I felt about it. Now, then, say you go out and you see Star Wars The Last Jedi and you're like, man, Either, man, I feel the exact same way, or man, Michael is out of his mind. How did he feel that way about this movie? Then, what I want to provide is maybe a podcast where I can go a little more in depth on the movie, go into spoilers a little bit, do like a full analysis of the movie and why I feel the way I do about that particular movie. That way, for those that really want to, I know some people, they just want to hear the review and go see it for themselves. Cool. But for those of you that want to see the movie and then hear my thoughts beyond just the surface level, I want to provide that for you. And so, not right off the bat, but hopefully eventually this year, we can start up the Movie Nutz podcast, where I talk a little more in depth about those movies and maybe even past movies, and give kind of my grander thoughts on it and my deeper analysis for those movies. I think that would be a lot of fun, but I kind of want to hear what you think about it. So let me know, and we'll see if that's something that we can do. So that was the third thing, right? Yeah, so we got the reviews, the miscellaneous videos, and possibly the podcast. So that's kind of my goal for 2018. Again, I want Movie Nutz to be a channel where no matter what you're a fan of, you can come, you can hear my opinions, my thoughts on movies. I try to be as subjective as possible, but as objective as possible. But obviously movies are a subjective thing, and so, it's going to be my opinions. But hopefully I can give you insights into the movies and provide you with enough of an idea of what the movies are like and all that kind of stuff to provide proper reviews so that you can get an idea if it's something that you would want to see. Those miscellaneous videos, possibly, throwing in those Netflix reviews, the trailer reactions, that kind of stuff. And then ultimately maybe a podcast as well. And maybe even on that podcast inviting other people on to help talk about the movies, bounce ideas off of, and things like that. So I think it'll be a lot of fun. I think 2018 is going to be a great year. And hopefully we can really kick this off and I can start making those reviews and everything. I think I'm going to kick it off with Black Panther. I think that's going to be my goal, to kick off my first review of 2018 with Black Panther, and then we'll go from there. And so thank you guys so much. You're the whole reason I do it. And so thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and share this video so that people can kind of see this vision that I have, and then they can get involved in the channel as well. So thank you so much for watching. See you next time.